In Little Rock, there is steady momentum behind a plan to change how much control the mayor has.
The wheels have been turning gradually over the past decade, but as THV 11's Rolly Hoyt shows us, Mayor Frank Scott Jr. stepped on the gas 5 months into his term.
Right now, the mayor of Little Rock is technically just a member of the city board of directors. The state's biggest city doesn't have a traditional big city mayor. But Frank Scott has plenty of political capital and is pulling the levers to eventually get him that power.
Tell us when.
Mayor Frank Scott is hitting his stride as head of city government. He technically doesn't have all the control, but it's coming.
I am the mayor of the state's capital city, and so that definitely comes with a lot of weight and strength, but we have to utilize that role with the utmost humility and responsibility.
It came up in last year's campaign, and the mayor made changes right after the start of the year. Several city department heads now answer to him. That's a continued upgrade on the powers granted to the office back in 2007. Now the plan is to formally give Little Rock mayors political and policy power.
For our city, a mayor council form of government has worked well for us. I really could not imagine it being any other form of government, but that's the only form that we've ever had.
Mayor Virginia Young of Sherwood knows she doesn't have more power than Mayor Scott, but the mayor council role fits her suburban city. Size doesn't always matter in this. The cities closest in population to Little Rock have a mix from Salt Lake City to Huntsville. Same goes for similar state capitals. Mayor Young won't say if she thinks a weak executive office holds the city back, but she sees how others get that impression.
I think he's certainly moving in the right direction, and it sounds like that he's got a lot of support to do that.
That support could mean a full overhaul of the board, with directors gaining or losing power. Regardless of whether that's what you voted for last year, it's something Scott is prepared to deliver.
But I think it's definitely a mandate for change. The city of Little Rock wants change, and the city of Little Rock is going to get change.
Our Rolly Hoyt report for us. The city board wants to get a report on possible government changes by the end of next month.
With that in mind, there are 2 meetings going on right now. One at the center at University Park. It's a citizen-led study group. They're brainstorming different ideas there.
And meanwhile, Mayor Scott is speaking to the League of Women Voters at Fletcher Library. He's getting feedback on his ideas.